Fear. It can block you, or it can actually open up the gateway to your freedom. You might have heard of fear as false evidence appearing real. And that can be a fun, quick way to sum up fear. It can also be temporarily used as a way to motivate yourself. But is that really true? Is fear false evidence appearing real? It is, in that fear, unless you're in the moment of some kind of experience happening, but chances are that fear is from your childhood or past time. So it's not happening in the moment. You're not experiencing that in the moment. However, the fear is very real to your nervous system and your mind and your memory. To your nervous system, what happens when you experience something that causes that fear, that memory to awaken within you, and you feel that fear, to your nervous system and your mind, it's as if that is happening, that you are reliving that experience again. So it's very real to your memory, to your nervous system, and to your mind. And it can get stuck there and cause you to feel stuck in your life. So now, you're at a time in your life, place and time in your life, where you've got dreams, you've got a vision, something you want to take action on. You're tired of feeling stuck and trapped. You're tired of feeling limited. You're ready to move beyond that. So here on one hand is your present day reality. The other hand is your dreams and your vision and what you want to move forward towards. In between that is fear. These are actually dimensions. One is your third dimension of lack and limitation and scarcity. And you might know that very well. Maybe your ancestors grew up there. The fifth dimension is that higher dimensional space where there's possibility, there's opportunities, there's abundance, flow, ease, creativity, inspiration, where you want to move to. In between, there's the fourth dimension. That's where you're doing your inner work. That's also where fear can become stuck. So you might be living your life, and it's okay. It works, but you're not passionate about it. There's something you want to move forward to. You want to experience more of life. Maybe you want to buy a house, move, travel, have some greater experiences in your life, whatever it is for you. Maybe you want to get into a relationship, get out of a relationship. You want to experience life in a greater way. But you've always known life the way you know it now. Sure, the circumstances have changed, the physical appearances have changed, but it's more or less been the same. The way you feel about things, the way people treat you, the way you treat others. In other words, the energetic, emotional, and belief structure you grew up in, it's more or less the same. But you are wanting to experience freedom, expansiveness, abundance, and everything that comes along with that. But you're stuck in fear. So what do? Well, one of the things, actually the first thing you want to do if you feel stuck in fear is acknowledge the fear. When you acknowledge something, it doesn't have the same power over you. If it's like you have the feeling something's there, but you're trying to avoid it, that's when it has power over you. But when you acknowledge that you're scared to take action, that it's easier to stay stuck, when you say fear, I know you're there. I know you're blocking me. I'm not quite sure what to do, but fear, I know you're there. That fear cannot and does not have the same power over you. Any dark energies, entities, anything like that, because they are fear-based, that's coming in, you just say, no. You have no place, you have no power in my life, you have no dominion over my life to keep me stuck in fear, and you must be gone now. You have that power within you. So it's your first step, acknowledge the fear. I'm terrified that if I go out there and I do this, I take this action, people are going to see me. I'm going to be judged. I'm going to be visible. What if I do something wrong? What if I make the wrong decision? All these fears are coming up. And that's okay. That is okay. That's part of living life. It's part of experiencing life. We're not here to get things done perfectly. We're not here to be perfect beings. We're not here to have it all figured out. We are here as human beings, spiritual beings living a human life in a physical body. We are here to experience life. And that can be a very scary process. And that's okay. You know that can be a scary process. There's something you're wanting to move forward towards. It's going to be scary to step out there and to take action and be visible, or to receive ever increasing amounts of money, because that means you can experience life in a bigger way. When you acknowledge the fear, again, it doesn't have the same power over you. So acknowledge it's a scary process. There you go, your whole self relaxed. There's some happiness. There's some fun and laughter. A little bit of shame coming up. So we're just going to acknowledge that shame. See, as you expand and you become lighter and lighter, the heavier energies such as shame come up to be released. It's just coming up to be released. There's some fun and laughter. So again, bring that vision or your dream or your desires into life, into your mind, into your consciousness. And imagine you're looking down a path. And there's all kinds of experiences down this path. So you're going from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. The path is the fourth dimension, that's the portal. And in that portal is all these experiences that are going to cause you to expand, move into higher consciousness and awareness, but there's also fear. But just look down the path and see the fear. And imagine you're walking down the path and there's an experience there for you that is going to expand your consciousness. But there's also fear. And imagine fear came right in front of you. Just see this dark energy. You're walking on the path and you stop. And here's fear looking you in the face. Take a couple more steps. You're full of courage. We can feel it. Walk up to that fear. And shine light from your heart upon the fear and see it dissolve. Because in this moment, that fear is dissolving. In the face of divine light, heart presence, fear has no option except to dissolve. There you go. Take a deep breath in. Let that go. Your whole self relaxed. And now you're feeling lighter, more at ease, courageous, because you just had the experience of right before your eyes, fear dissolving. Fear is actually a coward. It's also full of ego. But when you shine your divine presence and light upon it, it cannot fight that. It must dissolve. It has no other option. But in order to do that, you first need to acknowledge that the fear is there, and then awaken the courage within you to move forward towards that fear. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. On the other side of fear is freedom. Are your desires, your dreams, amazing experiences, amazing relationships, happiness, joyfulness, fun, abundance, flow, ease, creativity, authentic, uplifting, inspiring, joyful connections, relationships. So yes, there's fear within you, but there's also a whole bunch of courage. And there's desire. There's greatness within you. There's magnificence within you. Fear is simply an energy. That's all it is. It's just an energy. But it appears and feels very real to your nervous system. So let's go to the nervous system. There you go. Your nervous system already feels more relaxed because it experienced what you just went through there. How you tapped into the courage within you. You walked up to fear and you shone your light, your divine presence upon that fear, and it dissolved. And your nervous system feels more and more relaxed. Now keep walking down the path. And once again, as you walk down the path and you feel lighter, more expansive, you're experiencing freedom. You see the darkness of fear again. And you feel that within you because it appears real. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay to feel fearful. Remember, you're moving into freedom. You're expanding into freedom. Fear is darkness. It's a dark energy. It's trying to stop you so that you can be easily controlled. That's not your path any longer. Being controlled, limited, diminished, that's not your path any longer. If it was, you wouldn't even be watching this. You wouldn't be listening to this. So awaken the courage within yourself once again. Remind yourself that you are safe and walk right up to that fear. And as you look that fear in the eye, shine divine light upon it. Open your heart and watch the fear dissolve. Watch the fear dissolve. There you go. Now look straight ahead down this path and continue walking down this path. And as you walk down this path, you feel the expansiveness and you realize you are free. You feel light, joyful, inspired, creative. And you look around you and you realize that it's all possible. You have moved through your fear and you are experiencing freedom. And you feel amazing. And in this moment, you recognize and acknowledge that you had the courage to face that fear. And when you did, it dissolved. It wasn't easy, but you did it. And you can do this as many times as is necessary to dissolve that fear and to live a life of freedom, expansiveness, abundance, your heart's desires. You are courageous, my friend. Courage is within you. Courage is awakened within you. And freedom is yours. Fear has dissolved and is continuing to dissolve. And it no longer has the same power over you that it once did. If your desire is greater health, more energy, abundance, fun, laughter, whatever it is now yours. There you go, my friend. Namaste.